and you won't find any jobs because there are already too many engineers or too many stand-up comedy artists. If you are a person that has done the same thing for the last 10 years, you are as valuable as a junior who has done the same thing as you for 1 year. So you can find a job after finishing college and not just staying with your diploma looking for a job that will fit the things that you've learned in college. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cornelia and I usually post here videos about subjects that interest me, and they are usually within the realm of lifestyle, how to become better, how to have a happy life. And at the same time, because I work within talent acquisition, I like teaching you guys how to write your CV, what to say, not to say in interviews, how to respond to different interview questions, and so on. And in today's video, I wanted to speak a little bit about how to choose your career in a realistic way, because there are a lot of people out there who are telling you to follow your passion, and it's nothing wrong in following your passion, but at the same time you need to understand that some of the passions that you have or the hobbies that you have can't really be transformed into specific jobs most of the times. That's why I think that it's really important to start looking for your path early on in your life, from school, high school, before going to college, because basically when you want to choose your college, you already want to choose a domain or a path in terms of your career. So yeah, it will be great if you can do this early on. But if you are already in the middle of your career and you want to switch jobs or switch domains, I think that this video will also be a good fit for you. Even though it will be harder to change job in the middle of your life because you have more responsibilities, I think that it's possible. And I have examples in my life of people that have done that and they were successful. And now they are working in a total different domain that they love and they enjoy. Let's start with the first thing, and the most important one in my opinion, is to find a balance between what you like and what do you think will be your affinity for a specific domain, and what you are good at, what will be your skills, your abilities, your talent towards a specific domain. If you don't find this balance, you will either be working in a domain that you maybe have the skills but you hate, is not suited for you, for your personality, or you will work in a domain that you like but you can't become better because you have some natural limitations on it. And I'll give you an example about this. I'm very bad at foreign languages. I've started learning English when I was in my first grade, and for the past 4 years I've worked in international companies and I spoke most of the time in English, and I still do a lot of mistakes when speaking and writing because I don't have the natural talent to learn foreign languages. Because of this, I never thought about becoming a linguist or becoming something that is related to learning a lot of foreign languages, right? Because I am not good at it. Also, you need to think about your environment at work because, for example, if you want to work in a certain domain but you don't have the natural talent or inclination to work in that domain, you will become resentful. You'll start hating your job and hating yourself because you will be most likely in an environment or in a team with people that have a natural inclination towards those activities. All of the things will come easy to them, and you will see how they are happy with what they do. They find it easy, they find it enjoyable, and you will be there putting a lot of effort into it just because you wanted to make it work, but it won't. And of course, you'll start feeling frustrated and you'll start hating your colleagues, hating your job, and yeah, just being resentful at the end of the day. The way that you understand if you are good in a specific domain or not is by being introspective and trying to understand and look at your life experiences in an analytical way. If you notice that you are good at public debates or you like public speaking, and at the same time you have a natural inclination or you find it easy to learn a big volume of information, then most likely you will be suited for a job in the legal domain, becoming a lawyer or maybe becoming a professor, because of course these are skills that are needed in those professions. Other than that, you can also do some psychological tests and questionnaires that can help you understand what you are good at. The first ones are intelligence tests, and it would be great if you can go and do a test that assess different abilities that are part of the general coefficients of intelligence. Such tests are the Wechsler scales. If you receive a bigger result for a certain category, for example, verbal comprehension, most likely you will be suited for this type of language domain or a domain where you have to speak a lot and understand things, public speaking, stuff like that. And of course, stay away from the domains where you receive bad results at that test. Also, you can do personality questionnaires. For example, B5, I think that this is the most known one. Receive, for example, at B5 at openness. This is one of the dimensions that are measured in that personality test. If you receive a bad score at openness, most likely you won't be fitted in a fast-paced environment or in an environment where you have to be adaptable, find new solutions all the time, because your personality trait or this specific personality trait is not fitted for this kind of activities. And you will feel awful and you'll hate your job and hate the environment that you'll be working in. So maybe considering a domain that is more predictable or a domain where you have repetitive activities, because of course this will be in line with your low score at openness. The third kind of assessment that you can do is a vocational tests. Holland vocational questionnaire is one of those. In this kind of assessment, the test presents you with different kinds of activities, and you have to rate them from 1 to 5, or how much would you like to do them. Of course, based on your ratings, they will show you certain domains that you'll be fitted based on your likeness towards a certain group of activities. This might be helpful as well to see what will be your inclination, your talents, your skills, and just find a balance between them. So you can choose the domain that will be most fitted for your talents, and at the same time, a domain that you would like to activate in. The second step, you have to find a job that is needed in your city, in your country, or in society in general. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of fitness influencers at the moment that are doing the 10 abs video challenge. I mean, how many influencers do we need to show us how to have a six-pack? Or if you like comedy and you like to have a job in entertainment, you might think of becoming a clown, but if you think about it, not that many people want to look at clowns or pay to see clowns. Maybe considering becoming a stand-up comedy artist, because yeah, for this you'll have more jobs on the jobs market. Here you have to take into consideration the step that I've just spoke about, where you have to find a balance between your skills and your likeness towards a specific domain, and of course see what kind of jobs will be on the job market that can fit that description that you had from the first step that I was mentioning. And you can do this looking online. I don't know, maybe thinking about becoming a lawyer, right? Just see how many jobs of lawyers are out there. Or considering becoming an engineer, see how many jobs are out there. See if there is a saturation of those jobs already on the market, then maybe you will become that and you won't find any jobs because there are already too many engineers or too many stand-up comedy artists. Based on the first step, you need to take the job markets into consideration as well, and the need in society for your chosen domain. The third step is that you have to think about your career development in the next 20, 40 years. You need to understand that most likely you will work in that career for all of your life, and you have to see if there are paths of development or evolving your career based on the gain experience that you have during the years. You can do the same thing for the rest 40 years of your career. And I'm saying this because, first of all, you'll get bored. You'll get bored of your career and you'll like to change it. And second, because you won't be valuable on the jobs market. And I'm sorry for saying this, but this is the company perspective. If you are a person that has done the same thing for the last 10 years, you are as valuable as a junior who has done the same thing as you for 1 year. And this is because in the company view, you don't have more expertise than a junior that has done the same activities for less time than you. And the juniors will be less expensive and more malleable and adaptable to the company specific processes or environments. Because you have done the same activities for the last 10 years, it will be harder for you to change it or to adapt it to a company specific processes or specific activities from that group of activities, let's say. And at the same time, a junior will be cheaper than a person that has 10 years of experience doing the same thing, because of course, they know that they are at the beginning of their career and they will accept less money than you, that maybe you already have a family, already have a mortgage, and you will need and you will want a bigger salary after, of course, 10 years of working. The second reason that you need to take into consideration when thinking about the longevity of your career, of the specific jobs that you'll have, is the advancement of AI and machines that can replace you. Here you have to think about all of the bank workers that were working back in the days, that were exchanging your money from a currency to another, or maybe retract the money from your account and give it to you at the counter. Now we have ATMs. And yeah, basically you really don't need, or the banks don't need this type of employees, because they have a machine that can do these things for free. The people that worked in that domain at banks, they had to find another job and change careers because basically they were replaced by machines. You need to think about this as well. If your career can be easily replaced in the future by either by AI or by just simple machines that can do the thing instead of you. And of course, that will be a smaller cost or not a cost at all for the company. And the last step is to plan your career. After you chose your domain based on your skill and preferences, after you saw that there are a lot of jobs on the market, so you can find a job after finishing college and not just staying with your diploma looking for a job that will fit the things that you've learned in college. And also, you make sure that your job has a future, that you can still work within that domain, that you can evolve, and that you won't be replaced by machines. The last step will be to plan your career, or plan how you would become a specific professional. For example, you want to become a lawyer, yeah? You'll have to go to law school, take the bar exam, maybe specialize in some type of cases, become a family lawyer, for example. Try to get a firm, get a mentor. If you're going to be a corporate lawyer, you'll already have a mentor assigned by the company. Learn as much as you can about the domain, go to cases, gain experience, etc., etc. You have to make a plan. And of course, you can use the internet for it, because you have a lot of professionals that are speaking about their experience in that domain, what they've done, what they would have done differently. So yeah, you can learn a lot from others' experience that share their experience online. And let's be serious about it. There are a lot of people that are doing it. So yeah, you can do this and it will be very helpful for you. Of course, after you plan your career or plan, let's say, the steps, all you need to do is do it. In this case, apply for law school and, of course, do all the necessary things that are in your career plan. And yeah, based on the context, based on what you choose, maybe there will be some slightly deviations, or maybe in the middle of your plan you want to change jobs or want to change the domain. Of course, you can do it, but you have to go through all of the steps before this and choose another domain that you like to work in. This is all from my side. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and to like this video if you, of course, like it.